after this. Playing against ranked Michigan State. Opening tap controlled by the Hoosiers in the cream and crimson. And they get the first look. To the right side, here is Garzon, who is hot in Iowa's game, and she stays hot. A triple to get things started.
That's sometimes what you need, is just to get off hot and get going, and I think that's what Garzon is going to do tonight.
This is Kendall Bostic down on the post, a double-double machine. 10 on the season. She goes right to work and kisses it off the right-hand glass.
That's a veteran player right there. She knows exactly where she wants to get to, and she gets to there, and she scores it.
Garzon, we're giving up to Lily Meister. She has been a complimentary player the last few years, now in a starting role, and she gets to the offensive glass, can't get it to go, and Bostic comes away with her first rebound of the night. This is Genesis Bryant. Down on the block. Bryn Shute-Hill, who's also from Indiana, misses the reverse and controlled by the Hoosiers. Sydney Parrish drives down the right side, partially blocked. Illinois coming back now.
We're seeing both teams doing what they know how to do, is attacking, having good pace in transition. I think we might see a little bit of a track meet game tonight.
McKenzie pulls up and hits from the left baseline. Adalia McKenzie, a senior from Minnesota, is their third leading scorer at 13 points per game. And everybody has to step up for Makira Cook. She averaged 16, tops on the team last year, and she has been out since December and won't return this season because of health issues. Turnover. Let's go back to the way things started for Yerdan Garzon.
I think also Chloe being so in tune with her team and knowing exactly where her teammates are at all time just makes her that much more valuable as a player.
Pick and roll with Bostic. She gets it back. That's something she's added to her game. Every year she has expanded it, and she has range up to 20 feet now.
Yeah, we talked to Shauna Green earlier today, and she is so proud of how Bostic has grown in her years here at Illinois, and just as a player, she's versatile, and she comes out here and she plays like she knows how to.
Chloe Moore McNeil does a little bit of everything for Indiana. She's the point guard, but she can attack and score, and she definitely is asked to defend. This time, she gets to the basket around Jasmine Brown-Hager and scores for Indiana. You're quite familiar with her. Your old roommate, right?
That's my old roommate, yes. Love Chloe. She has grown tremendously throughout the years. I saw her as a freshman, and again, I mean, she's grown in every aspect of the game, leadership and physicality. I mean, even her physical body has just grown, and you can tell how much confidence she has just throughout the game. Here she is. I mean, she's got patience. She understands where her defender is, and she scores with patience and pace.
Illinois keeps it after Bostic missed the jumper. This is a quick trigger out of the corner, and Genesis Bryant gets the roll.
It seems like IU's really trying to push pace, but Illinois is getting back in transition. And I know that Shauna Green said that that's one of their main keys for this game, is getting back in transition.
Meister got a little bit tangled up and lost her footing inside, turned over to Illinois. And we'll get our first substitution. Caroline Striplin, another transfer. She came in from another big program, Tennessee, and has really paid dividends as one of the key players off their bench. Illinois with the early three-point advantage. McKenzie with the pull-up, and it's 10-5 Illini.
Illinois is playing very solid defense, just staying on their man.
Last touch by Illinois. Indiana will keep it. Illinois making changes. Their outstanding freshman Barry Wallace is in as we take a look at the pull-up from McKenzie. Chaychevsky up top with the ball. She is fun to watch. Whistle away from the ball now. And it's a foul on Illinois. It's on McKenzie. Sydney Parrish. Chaychevsky now, an offensive foul. Stripling called for the essentially illegal screen. Moving a little bit on the pick.
You see, that's a little bit, I like to look at these closer because it's the fault also of the player dribbling and the person setting the screen. Both have to be very patient. If not, you're going to get that call every time.
This is the true freshman, Barry Wallace, turning it over. She's really played well recently for Illinois. Just checked in the game, and that time gives it away. Yarden Garzon looking to do screen and roll. More McNeil goes inside. Strickland trying to go around Bostic and gets it swatted out of bounds. And whose ball is it? Strickland thinks it should be Indiana's ball, but it's going to be a Illini ball. Illinois has hit 5 of the first 7 shots. They're up by 5. Nearing the midpoint of the first quarter here in Bloomington tonight. The only meeting of the season between these two teams. Here's a 3-ball. Wallace up top, and that's what she has been doing recently. Now 8 of 18 on the season.
That loss, I know that she would be saying, you know, we cannot panic right now. Sometimes, you know, things happen like this, and we just got to keep chipping away one by one.
Otherwise, Indiana has dominated this head-to-head. They've won 17 of the last 18, the last 9 here. They lead the all-time series 50-31, but Illinois has the early jump. The Fighting Illini on the road leading 13-5. Let's see how Indiana can come back out of the timeout as we hit the midpoint of the first quarter here in Bloomington. More McNeil whips it across the lane. A lot of traffic down there. Down to 2 to shoot. Too long for Garzon, and it's a shot clock violation.
You know, I want to see Chloe get in there. She's got a little bit of a mismatch going with Brown Hager. If she can get in there and really back her down and make a good move, I think she's got her on a couple of plays.
That's the 4th Indiana turnover here. Illinois can move up to double figures in the early going. Bostic down on the block. They show a bit of a double team, and it's a triple from the wing, and it's an 11-point advantage. Adalia McKenzie has the Illini rolling. 16-5, Illinois. More McNeil comes back, too strong. Barry Wallace brings it ahead for Illinois. She's one of their few 3-point shooters. They like to do this, attack the basket. She can't finish. More McNeil sends it out ahead, and Lexi Bargesser is checked into the game. She is athletic, and she'll get right to the rack. Can't finish. Illinois comes the other way.
I love to see how Bargesser has also grown. She's starting to get more into her offensive game, which is very exciting to see for her because she's a very big defensive player. I think that's what they want her in there for. But if she can be versatile and start getting her shots and get that momentum going, she's going to be a great player for IU.
And how about that? The 5th 3 of the season for Kendall Bostic, the league's leading rebounder the last 3 seasons and again this season. And it is 19-5 Illinois. Indiana's hit just 2 of 9 shots so far. Shot clock down to 5. Sydney Parrish taking to the basket, gets a big left-hander to slow the Illinois momentum.
That's someone right there that I'm sure everyone here at Assembly Hall who's happiest back is Parrish. She makes such a difference to the team, and I know everyone is happy to have her back.
She actually broke her tibia and only missed about a month earlier this season. As McKenzie hits again, the Illini are red hot. They're up by 2 touchdowns.
You know, I mentioned they're not looking for that 3, but it's starting to look pretty good.
There's a 3 that rolls home for Bargesser, the junior from Michigan. So Indiana now at home trying to climb out of this hole, and their fans trying to get them back in this one to be really going. McKenzie to the basket with a strong move. She's hit a pair of outside shots. This time gets inside. And she's got 11 already.
She's a veteran. She knows how to play this game. She's been in situations like this, and I think she's just really showing off tonight.
Moore McNeil has a chance for an and one off the left-hand glass. Let's go back to McKenzie. In double figures already.
That's the toughness I like to see from Chloe, is getting to the basket, taking to the rim until they stop her.
The foul's on Jasmine Brown-Hager. 3-point opportunity now for Chloe Moore McNeil. Fifth-year graduate student cannot finish it. And Illinois still up by double figures. Oh, good look, and Bostic is wide open. Somebody lost her.
There has to be communication, especially when Bostic and both McKenzie are in a play together.
Kendall Bostic's her top scorer and rebounder. She's got 9 points already. Bargesser pulls up. No. Bostic might get to the double-double by halftime. We are still in the first quarter here in Bloomington tonight. Kevin Lee and Nikki Cardano-Hillary, thanks for joining us tonight on Peacock with NBC Sports. First, a doubleheader. Drive to the basket. Scoop is not going to go home for Brown-Hager, but on the rebound, a foul. I think that's on Moore McNeil. It is.
I mean, both teams have come out with a ton of energy, and you can just see it on the bench right now for the Illini. They are hyped up.
Corey Allen has checked into the game. It's a little bit flat from the right side by Brown-Hager. Indiana down by 13. Bargesser with a nice lead across the lane, and the finish by Caroline Strickland.
That's the type of game that I use best at. When you get in the ball moving in transition, get a couple passes going, make the defense work, and then get that wide open shot.
Down to 10 to shoot. That's where they want it with Bostic. She'll go to work. Turns, right-hand toss. Not going to go. Indiana gets the stop and a chance to get it into single digits. Couple of seconds between the shot and the game clock. Let's see if they want to take it as close to the end of the quarter as possible.
We talked to Terry Morin earlier about how Chesky and Chloe can switch out that point guard, and I think that really works for them, and it allows them to really go forward in transition without needing one person to take the ball up every time.
Chloe Moore McNeil called for traveling. 5th turnover on Indiana. Genesis Bryant had a break. She's back in. Corey Allen goes out. Illinois is a very short bench. They play basically 7 people. And some of that's because of need, because of injuries. Offensive foul. And it goes back to Indiana. And we end the first quarter with a heave. McNeil was on, but just a little bit short for Chloe Moore McNeil. And the first quarter has belonged to Illinois. They've led by Kyra Cook, their leading scorer last year, was back at 16 points per game, but neither has played since December, so others have had to step up. One of them certainly is Genesis Bryant, who has the basketball now. As we start the second quarter, Illinois is led by as many as 14. They're up by 11. And the momentum continues as we start the second quarter. The freshman Barry Wallace with the smooth jumper from the right baseline. 5 for her. 13 is the advantage. Turnaround down low for Sydney Parrish is just a little bit too strong.
I think IU's trying to get into that groove. They're getting the ball moving, and hopefully here soon the ball will start to fall, just like it is for Illinois.
Bostic has already hit a three. She'll try again. That was close. Offensive rebound by McKenzie.
As you see here, Bryant, she knows when to set up the play, when to be patient, and to score, really.
She is their best perimeter shooter, and she pulls up and hits there. She's also the player that attacks the best, makes her very difficult to deal with.
Absolutely. Her versatility is very, very much being known today.
Biggest lead of the game, 29-14. The Illini up by double digits plus here in Bloomington. Jay Chesky has been quiet. Strickland has it down on the block, working on Bostic. Two pump fakes, down to one to shoot. Barely got it away, but McNeil did draw iron, but not much chance, and Illinois can expand on that 15-point cushion. The hook pass, that sets up an open jumper. This is short for Bostic. More McNeil with some numbers in transition. Illinois slows it down, and Indiana will have to reset, and they'll make some changes with Meister and Garzone back in.
Seems like IU needs to kind of calm down and play their game. They seem a little riled up right now, and I think Illinois is doing a really good job of defending them at the moment.
Jay Chesky, transfer from Penn State. She was a good scorer there, and she has fit in very nicely. He's only 5'7", plays a lot bigger. And she is unafraid. She will drive, and this time finds little resistance getting her way to the baskets.
Small but mighty is what we like to say.
I heard a lot of comparisons with you, with her.
Definitely a compliment.
McKenzie misses this time. Indiana trying to grab some momentum here. Meister, one-on-one, back out top, open three, more McNeil, too strong. Meister gets the offensive rebound, and Chesky rescues it, but then throws it away. 6 giveaways for Indiana. Wallace with the pull-up, no, Parrish rebounds.
Wallace is one of those players that I'm so impressed by, being a true freshman and not at all playing like it. She's going to be a solid player throughout the years.
More McNeil draws a foul from Bryant out on the perimeter. And that is 4 on Illinois. Corey Allen is back in. Barry Wallace off. The freshman gave very good minutes. She's also someone that's missed a lot of time, about a month with a hand injury. Shauna Green was telling us they've maybe played 1 game this year with everyone. Even that was not quite 100%, but pretty close.
I mean, that's insane. It's hard to get a rhythm that way, and they have adapted and just continued and done really well for a team that has been dealing with injury like this.
But once they learned that Makira Cook and Gretchen Dolan were going to be out for the rest of the season, Green admitted that it was a little bit tough for a little while. It was hard to get everybody refocused, but they did. And it's next woman up, and they have continued to play good basketball. Down to 5 on the shot clock here. Bryant's got to get into attack mode with 2. She's got to try to get it over their zone, and she cannot find the path. Indiana gets a defensive stop.
That type of defense, she's staying in front. She's not overdoing it. And she knows that she's got her. She doesn't have to foul or anything. Maybe that's what IU needs right now is a very good defensive play that will then turn into good offense.
It's only the 3rd turnover so far for Illinois.
And we know they're good. They're top in the league at not turning the ball over.
Chesky on the curl. One more pass. Open shot for Meister won't go. And for Bostic, that's her 4th rebound. to go along with 9 points. Bryant is their top scorer. She's got 4. Mackenzie is the top scorer tonight, and she has 13 already as she takes the pass and gets to the basket, and Illinois is back up by 15.
You know, we knew that Illinois has very capable scorers. They've returned 4 1,000 career point scorers. So we know that they can score the ball, and tonight they're proving it.
Chesky trying to get hot, hits the jumper. She's coming off of a rare off game, just 2 of 10 in that win over Iowa with 6 points, but played all 40 and still contributed.
That's a great thing about a versatile player is that if you're not producing on the offensive end, you can still make a difference on the defensive end.
Mackenzie trying to get to the basket this time and is thwarted. Garzone is 6'3", but can't handle the basketball for Indiana. Gives it up to Moore McNeil. And Indiana will set, trying to cut into this Illinois 13-point lead. Parrish, triple try, no.
IU seeming a little stagnant on the offensive side. Maybe getting those players off the ball moving will help with the defense having to guard.
It's tough to stop them when Bostic's hitting from the perimeter, and she's hit her 3rd jumper of the game. And it's back to 15. 11 for Bostic. Garzone finds Meister and won't go, but she will get free throws. And this will bring us to the officials' timeout. That foul on Bryn Shupil. It's been all Illinois here in the early going in Indiana. And Nikki, they've been up by double figures most of the game. They've been up 15 4 or 5 different times.
You know, Illinois is playing great basketball. They're taking exactly what the defense is giving them, and they're making them. And IU just needs to get that groove back. They got to get, I don't know if it's maybe using the defense to then create offense. I think that's always what helped me. And it gets that energy up, and it gets you moving. So maybe that's what they need to really get going.
Lily Meister hits 1 of 2 free throws. She'll check out. Caroline Striplin is back in. These, by the way, are the top 2 free throw shooting teams in the Big Ten. Indiana 77%, Illinois at 79%. And it's a 14-point advantage for the Illini. We're past the midpoint of the 2nd quarter. Kendall Bostic doubled, almost tripled there, gets out of it. Bryant will float off the glass, no. Rebounded Moore McNeil. Garzone. Striplin looks one way, the other way with the left hand off the glass.
I'm seeing maybe Indiana's going to start reaching in a little bit on Bostic, trying to make her a little more uncomfortable than she has been.
How big's the final 3 minutes here for Indiana?
Incredibly big. It's going to set the tone for the rest of the game, in my opinion.
Conversely, Illinois is thinking, we're not going to let you get back into this. Another basket for Bostic, and it's back to 14. Striplin, free throw line, down and out.
I'd like to see the ball move a little bit more. Again, they're still just kind of, I don't know if stagnant's even the word. They got to get the ball in other people's hands. You know, maybe get Chloe going, maybe get, you know, Garzone or Chesky even to touch the ball and see what goes on after that.
Illinois is inside 10 on the shot clock. Mackenzie gets swatted from behind by 5'7" Shea Chesky. Did you do a lot of that?
Unfortunately,
You've been compared to her as she to you, but she got one there. Let's see what she can do in the offensive end now.
I may have gotten 1 or 2, but the others were fouls, unfortunately.
I thought they were clean. Down to 7 to shoot. Moore McNeil, elbow jumper, no.
I mean, IU's getting good shots. They really are. They just They have to find that groove and get those shots to fall.
Illinois has been very impressive here so far in the first 18 and a half minutes. 10 to shoot. McKenzie. Down low. Bostic. No. Offensive rebound. Shoup Hill. No again. Indiana comes out with it. We said Keski is unafraid, but she will not take it 1-on-3. Parrish will drive and miss, and she is fouled.
Illinois is doing such a great job of using every single one of their players. And here you see Indiana attacking the rim. Maybe that's what's going to get them to get their groove back. Watch, seeing the ball go through the hoop after these free throws is going to be, I think, a pretty big turnaround for IU if they keep attacking the rim.
Second foul on Bryn Shoup Hill. And Parrish is too strong on the free throw. She's coming off a 15-point, 5-rebound, 3-block game in the win over Iowa. Second is good for the graduate student in her third year at Indiana after beginning at Oregon from Fishers, which is just north of Indianapolis, not too far away from here. Former Indiana Miss basketball.
And she's been hurt. She sat out a couple games. I think she's still trying to find her groove.
Bostic will try the jumper again, feeling it tonight. A little bit too strong that time. Tie-up is going to go Indiana's way. McKenzie almost saved it, but Parrish ultimately, with the alternate possession, wins that war. And Indiana needs a 3 to have a chance to be within 10 at the half. Illinois should take a double-figure lead into the locker room. Let's see if Indiana can get some momentum. They cannot. Offensive foul on the illegal screen. Their zone. Her first.
Illinois is really getting them riled up and making them make those turnovers that they shouldn't really be having, and they usually don't.
So Illinois gets the final look. They've led by 15 on multiple occasions. They're up by 13 right now. Down to 7. Genesis Bryant is their attacker. Bostic, triple team down low, knocked away with 1 7/10 left.
I like to see the way IU has adjusted a little bit on the defensive side to try to make Bostic aware of the presence of IU defense.
Final second of the first half, and Illinois will not get a good look. Genesis Bryant wanted the foul, deflected. Still a fantastic first. Yeah, they're getting it done on the defensive end, and Illinois is also taking care of things offensively. Brings us to our big shots, brought to you by Xfinity. You see some of the numbers on the defensive end, but Illinois has been effective offensively. They started out really hot in this game. They hit 16 of the first 28 shots, but they did in the first half, missing their final 5, but the bank is open. Bostic from straight on gets it started, and Illinois again matches that biggest advantage at 15. And she has 15.
She's on fire. She's gonna have to keep it up, really, because I'm sure IU's gonna send a million different things her way to try to make up for the lost buckets that she's making on us.
There was a whistle before that lay-in by Chesky. And it's on Genesis Bryant. So Indiana now has to do a little bit of digging. We always say the beginning of a second half is critical when you're down by 13, now 15. Real extra emphasis, Nikki.
Having been in that locker room before, in games like these, I know that there's a lot of encouragement going on, but also a lot of talk from Coach Morin saying, we know how to play. We know what we're doing. And I think maybe IU just needs to focus on themselves rather than focus on what Illinois is throwing at them.
Moore McNeil trying to go down on the block. Could not get it to go. Illinois with a chance at their biggest lead of the game. Almost fumbled it away. Jasmine Brown-Hager rescues. Bostic whips it to Mackenzie, who had 13 in the first half. She comes up short, but it's right back to her. Sets up an open three. Brown-Hager, it won't go. Shoup Hill kept it alive. Chased down by Chesky for the Hoosiers.
IU cannot afford those little mistakes like that, like not boxing out the shooter and having them get the rebound and having another chance for a point.
For McNeil, no. Indiana hit only 9 of 26 shots in the first half. And the second half hasn't started any better.
Illinois has done a great job of keeping their foot on the gas and not letting up at all on the defense end or on the offense.
Shoup Hill with 5 to shoot. No. Garzone hit that first 3 of the game. We thought she was staying hot. That's the only point she has scored. Sydney Parrish tries to get Indiana going. She takes it baseline.
I might have jinxed Garzone on that one. That's my bad.
Behind for Parrish. No, we don't get credit when it goes well. We're not taking the blame when it doesn't. Bostic certainly should get the credit, but because she has already matched her season average, actually bettered it. 17 for Bostic. She averages 16 a game.
She is playing so comfortable. It's like she owns this court. And really, she's making up for it in the points that she's scoring, and she's also on the defensive side. She's making it hard. She's making it hard for people to score and get comfortable.
Shauna Green was telling us this morning when she got here that was one of her first priorities. Bostic already had led the league in rebounding at 11 per game, but she averaged 6. She said you can be a force offensively. She started doing it down low. Now she has a perimeter game as well. Indiana down by 15, down to 2 to shoot. Moore McNeil will beat the shot clock buzzer.
Illinois is running an ice screen defense, and you don't see that often. And maybe that's something that's kind of messing with IU's offense. It's because when you play an ice screen, it doesn't allow the player to go in the direction that the screen is meant for.
Mackenzie free throw line jumper is flat, but it came right back to her. She won't get that one to go either, and Indiana escapes, but gives it right back. Brown-Hager, interception, left-hand lay-in, and it's 15 again.
The energy that Illinois has both on offense and defense is something that I think IU needs to get a little bit of. They're playing with grit, and it shows.
Parrish, a nice hook pass, and Strickland on the catch is fouled from behind by Mackenzie.
I understand IU trying to get the pace going and get moving in transition, but we cannot, again, afford those types of mistakes this late in the game.
Second foul on Mackenzie. Juliana Lamondola, who has played in every game but did not play in the first half. She started 5 times, but she is in for the first time as Terry Morin looks for some answers, looks to do something different.
Basketball is a game of adjusting too. You have to see what the game's all about, and even within the game you could adjust and switch it up probably 4 or 5 times, but a good team knows how to adjust.
Chesky got to the basket. She has 6. But every time it looked like Indiana might start to whittle into it, Illinois has an answer, just like Boston almost did there, but she is going to get back to the free throw line. That one crawled around the rim and off.
That's the first free throw in the game for Illinois. That's something we talked about it, saying that IU's got to be careful because they love to get to the three-point line. To the free throw line. And we're 5 minutes into the third quarter of this
hits it. And she has 18 points now. To go along with 6 rebounds, working on extending her lead for double-doubles in the Big Ten. Both free throws are good. That lead is back to 15. It's been basically 13-15 most of the game. Indiana's last lead was at 3-2 as we hit the midpoint of the third quarter in Bloomington.
We're seeing a bit of that motion that IU likes to play with right now. Attacking the rim. There you go.
Lauren McNeil's trying to keep him in it.
Getting the ball moving, making that defense work hard. That's what Indiana's good at, and I don't think they're not doing it as much as they normally do in this game.
She's got 8. Bostic baseline, off the back of the rim. Vargas are pushing. Strickland trying to attack Bostic, and she will get it done. That's impressive.
Both players right there were very physical. Very good on Strickland.
Down to 11. Under 4 to play in the third quarter, and a near turnover. Illinois saves it. They still have time to get a good shot. 5 to shoot. Bryant attacking, scooping, and a foul. What'd you see, Nikki?
I think if she would have gotten there maybe half a second earlier and gotten both feet down, she would have gotten that.
Foul is on her, and Genesis Bryant hits the first free throw. And only the third for the Illini in this game. They didn't get to the line until just a few moments ago, and they're 4 for 4 as the Big Ten's leading free throw shooting team. Indiana's hit their last 5 field goals, but that 15-point lead is only down to 13 because Illinois continues to answer. The last time it was single digits, about mid-first quarter when it was 13 to 5. Here's a 3 for Sydney Parrish that cuts it to 10. Parrish with 8. The Hoosier crowd coming to life again. They have been trying to help the home team. Indiana has trailed almost the entire game, and Illinois has been able to weather that storm.
IU doesn't need to get the points back all at once, right? You got to score and then get a stop and chip away little by little.
Illinois wanted a foul as McKenzie went to the basket. Indiana gets a stop. That's what they need. And now Parrish, who just hit the 3, is going to leave away down low and score off the glass. Double figures for Sydney Parrish. And for the first time in the last 3:40. That lead that was always going back and forth from 13 to 15 is now only 8. Let's see how the Illini come out of the timeout. A triple up top and an answer from the freshman Barry Wallace.
Such a confident shot from a freshman in such a big game, too.
She got a late start to her freshman season, too. Missed a month early with a hand injury, and she's starting to come on. Blocked down low, but also a foul. Sydney Parrish drew the foul from Bostic.
She sets it up, she takes her time, and just straight in.
And a correction, the foul, I think, it's on Wallace. I saw Bostic come in late, but it's on Wallace, and that's good for Illinois to make sure that Bostic doesn't have any kind of foul difficulty. It's only the first for Wallace. Bostic doesn't have any either at this point. It's a clean game. Parrish hits both free throws. It's 9, 48-39, 2 minutes to play in the third. Parrish has a dozen. McKenzie was hot for a while in the first half. Bostic with 19, blocked by Strickland.
They need to use this energy that they have and attack the rim just like Chloe's doing.
Nice soft turnaround spin. Chloe Moore McNeil. Indiana's with within 7. As close as they've been since the opening moments of the game, when Illinois took control in the first quarter.
When you hear the crowd cheering you on, it's one of the most energetic feelings that you can get.
Foul out on the perimeter as McNeil was trying to attack. Dunchesky. This is the other end with Striplin getting the stop.
Solid defense. I'd like to see Chloe attack more like that. She's got the length and height and strength to do it.
She's 5'11", but she plays bigger than that. She just looks longer and understands how to work out of the post, especially against guards. Illinois turns it over. Will travel. Only the 4th turnover for Illinois. The first here in the second half. They've been excellent. That's one of the things that Shauna Green really said they emphasize.
I was going to say, yeah, we talked to her before, and she said that they like to be 13 and under. I think
Parrish has been hot, couldn't get that one. Inside the final minute of the third quarter, Illinois has led since 4-3. Indiana hit the first 3 of the game. And it's been mostly Illinois. Indiana thought they had a turnover, but a foul. And that is Chesky. There's your look. The Indiana fans thought she got all ball.
Those are hard. When she lifts her hands up like that. Oh.
And now a bump out on the perimeter as Bryant hits the deck.
Man.
Parrish, only her first.
We said it was a clean game, but we've had back-to-back fouls here.
Well, as you get to
Indiana.
crunch time, it starts to get a little bit more physical, and you know it's headed that way. 5 team fouls on Indiana. Wallace off, Shupil back in for the Fighting Illini. And Genesis Bryant, an 88% foul shooter, misses.
This is going to be some very important offensive turn here for IU.
Second is good.
It's going to set them in to go into that fourth quarter.
Bryant's their top scorer at almost 15 a game, only has 7 so far. Indiana's going to go for the final shot of the third quarter. They've trailed by 15 many times. They were down 13 at the half. It's 8 right now. Chesky. More McNeil weaving her way. Down to 3 on the shot clock. And they're not going to get one off. There was 4 to 5 seconds between the game and the shot clock. Did they not notice?
Got to give credit to Illinois. They are defending just every play, everything that IU's giving them, they have an answer for.
Yeah, I think Chesky knew she just had nowhere to go. So Illinois will get the last look, and Bryant almost got.
They've been very intense on defense, which I think is kind of making IU a little bit uneasy. And so I think they're still going to, like I said, they're keeping the gas on.
Kendall Bostic has been strong, 19 points, 6 rebounds, on her way to playing her fourth actually straight game of all 40 minutes. Indiana with the first look here to start the fourth quarter, but they're going to give it away. Traveling, turnover, 10 of them on the Hoosiers.
Those are those mistakes that you don't see IU do often. That's what makes me think that Illinois is kind of making them go faster and not play their game.
Jasmine Brown-Hager setting up the offense for Illinois. It was a quiet third quarter for McKenzie. She had 13 in the first half, and she still has 13. Single digits on the shot clock. Shoup Hill is going to launch and miss. Tap back by McKenzie, but Indiana controls. And a nice scoop and score by Shea Chesky, taking it inside, and it's 6.
She is such a fun player to watch. She's shifty. She's not that big, but she knows how to get to the spots that she needs to get to.
8 points for Chesky. On the block, Bostic won't go home. Strickland gets it done defensively.
IU's definitely taking the time to set up the play, try to get options. Their motion offense has so many different options that you can score off of just based off the defense.
Chesky down to 2 to shoot, is going to have to put one up, and she traveled trying to find space. So that goes as a turnover, 11 on Indiana, but they're back within 6.
I think she thought she had a tiny bit more space to get that leg through, and just Brown Hager was there. She didn't move.
Yeah, the Illini have been strong on the defensive end, and they have, especially in the first half, shot the ball well. Cooled off now, trying to bring this one home, but there's still a lot of time to go. 8 minutes left. Down to 8 to shoot. Genesis Bryant pulls up from inside 15. No. Parrish with a quick outlet, and Vargasser in transition. Takes some contact. The fadeaway goes. It's a 4-point game.
It's a very smart play. She got down. She saw what she had. All her players were down, but she knew that she still was able to get that layup in on a smaller guard.
The only Indiana leads were 3-0 and 3-2. Since then, it had been all Illinois by 15 on many occasions. Bostic can't get it to go. Strickland stops her again and then draws the foul over the back on Bostic on the rebound. Time now for the Honda play of the game.
Like I said, look at the patience she has. She's figuring out what she has, and then with a little fadeaway, what a beautiful shot.
By the way, on Bostic, that is just her first foul of the game. Nobody's in foul trouble at this point, but it is getting a little more physical here as we head down the home stretch. Parrish, triple try up top, is too strong. That could have cut it to 1.
Indiana starting to look more like themselves.
Bryant to the basket will draw the Parrish foul and free throws.
They're going to call you every time on that body. And it's hard because you're running right alongside of them, and it's hard not to hit body to body.
Second on Parrish. 3 on Indiana. Here in the 4th. And Bryant probably already has her miss out of the way tonight at 88%. Hits that one. Ooh.
Spoke too soon.
Is that a broadcaster jinx?
No, we said we don't do those.
Yeah, we don't get credit. So it's a 5-point game. As Indiana tries to keep the momentum, Illinois tries to get it back.
Illinois, this whole...
Wallace called for the foul. Excuse me, Nikki.
No, you're good. This whole game has been playing very physical. And now IU's kind of giving that back to them. So let's see if we're going to see maybe more fouls now, or if they're going to let it go, because both teams are being very physical.
2 fouls on Wallace, and she ends up with the loose ball here, forced by McKenzie. Wallace is going to take it to the basket and score. The freshman is coming up big here tonight on the road. And it's back to 7 for Illinois. Vargasser strong to the rack. No. Bostic another rebound.
You're really
right. Wallace, triple, good. Back-to-back, big basket for the freshman. And Illinois has pushed it back to double figures. That's our Neighborhood Watch presented by State Farm. so difficult to get through the Big Ten. You look at that schedule and say, well, they're good.
Yeah.
Well, they're good. That's a tough game. Oh, that's a tough game. Not many nights off, if any.
There's not going to be a lot of blowouts this year.
Away from the ball, Indiana has it, and a foul down low on Illinois. It's on Barry Wallace, and that's her third. And that's significant because she's been huge tonight. 13 off the bench. And the first on either team in any kind of foul difficulty. Indiana cut it to 4. But now Illinois has pumped it back to 10 as Chesky gets inside and draws a trip to the line.
Smart take by Chesky. I mean, attacking the rim, that's what's getting them points. She's also a great free throw shooter, so it doesn't hurt.
There's a lot of them on that Indiana team. Coming in this season, 95.3%. We had to go, and she hits the first one 2 percentages because Yarden Garzon is 95%, but 94.9%. And a miss.
Maybe a lane violation.
I'm going to get percentages after the free throws from now. But she is going to get another chance. That's crushing if you're Illinois. If you get someone that's shooting better than 95% to miss, and you give them 3 to make 2 like the old ABA. And she will get it done.
You don't see much of those.
The ABA Pacers used to play in this building back after it opened in the mid-70s. 8 points is the lead now for Illinois. Nearing the midpoint of the 4th quarter. Brown Hager, oh, nice leave inside for Bostic, and she gets it to fall home. 21 for Bostic, back to 10.
Indiana was really trying to communicate. They seemed a little lost. Strickland didn't know who she had, and then they were talking back and forth, and I think that's how that ended that with a wide open layup.
See what Indiana has to offer. Chesky has been more assertive here in the second half. We're down to 6 to shoot. She'll have to go with 3. Now Moore McNeil has to launch a deep 3 and hits it. Beating the shot clock. Chloe Moore McNeil has 13, and Indiana is within 7.
And a quiet 13 at that. I think I'd like to see Chloe be way more aggressive than she has been this game.
Hoosier fans come back to life. They've seen their team trail at home almost the entire game. There's a clear path to the basket for Brown Hager, who scores it.
That's what they do. They attack the rim and they get, if they don't get it on the first dribble drive, they'll wait for the second one.
Bargesser off the handoff, takes some contact, and it is an offensive foul. Genesis Bryant is there to take it.
I'd like to watch that again.
Well, you may.
I don't know about that one. It's a hard call. I guess you could say she dipped. Yeah, and she dipped her shoulder a bit. They will call you on that.
So Illinois trying to go back up by double figures. They've got it to 10 a few times since Indiana has cut it to 4. But can pump it back to 11 or 12, 7 to shoot.
Indiana has moved into a bit of a zone, a matchup zone.
That's a big triple from the corner. Brown Hager moves it back to a dozen for Illinois.
That's the thing, when you move into a zone, you have to be aware of the threes.
Sydney Parrish hit the deck hard and will shoot free throws. Bryant could not get there in time. Let's go back to the 3 by Jasmine Brown Hager. Bryant finds her.
You got Chloe running out, but you just got to get there sooner. And I know it's tough on a zone, but you have to understand there's 3 minutes left in this game. Parrish
hits the free throw. 3 fouls now for Bryant, Brown, Hager, and Wallace. For Illinois, second one rattles out. Indiana, nobody on the floor has more than 2. And it's 11 as we hit 3 minutes left. Illinois, after losing 17 straight to Indiana, trying to go back-to-back. Split the season series last year. This is their only meeting this year. Bryant lost it out of bounds.
Solid defense by Stripling there. Just staying straight up.
Indiana's won 8 of their last 9 games. The only loss to unbeaten and top-ranked UCLA. Illinois has been ravaged by injuries this season, including their top scorer. They've got a chance to get a big win on the road here, and they are forcing a turnover. Chloe Moore-McNeil with the foul on the screen, and it's Illinois ball. And for Moore-McNeil, that is her second. At what point does Indiana have to turn it up a little bit defensively?
I would say right about now.
Meaning start really attacking and taking some chances.
Yeah.
Well, that'll help. Drawing an offensive foul, getting the ball back. And that is 4 fouls on Genesis Bryant.
I mean, if they're willing to be that physical, they have to be ready for the physicality back. And I think, like you said, they've got to start attacking. They don't have that much time, and they've got to get stops on the defensive end.
I think Genesis Bryant and Shauna Green feel like there's a little acting there to help that one.
Sometimes it's part of the game as well.
If it works, try it. And that's part of being aggressive, trying something. And there's a big 3 from Shea Chesky to keep Indiana in it. Back within 8 with 2:06 left. Timeout back in 30. Let's see if Indiana can mount another charge here at Assembly Hall.
Our new home.
Somebody pinched me.
You don't want pinches. You want protection.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We'll help you choose the coverage you need.
All right, we're out of here. Deuces.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is what joint pain looks like when you keep moving with Aleve. Just one Aleve, 12 hours of uninterrupted joint pain relief. Aleve, strength to last 12 hours.
Who will survive and who will die? The Emmy-winning competition show The Traitors is back for a new season. Stream new episodes Thursdays only on Peacock. Former Hoosier guard Nikki Cardano-Hillary is with me. I'm Kevin Lee. Illinois started 16 of 28, 9 of 27 since. Indiana down by 15 has got back within 8. But Indiana be in better shape if they had taken a little bit better care of the basketball. 14 giveaways so far. And Illinois trying to take this one home as we're under 2 minutes to play. Hands out on the perimeter.
Man, for a physical game, it's you never know when they're going to call those, you know, what I like to call ticky-tack fouls. I mean, they were super aggressive on one end, and then calling that. It's hard to, as a player, it's hard to figure out what you can and can't do on defense.
Second on Alexis Vargas, her 4 on Indiana. Bryant playing with 4 fouls. Floats and hits. Back to 10 for Illinois. That might be a big one right there because we're down to 90 seconds to play. Indiana's got to go on the attack. Strickland misses. Bostic with another rebound.
Just cannot get the ball to fall.
21 points, 8 rebounds for Kendall Bostic. They'll work as much clock as they can. They can get it under a minute before they need to shoot. Skip pass, down on the block. Big basket down low. It's McKenzie, who had 13 in the first half, had not scored since. But a big win to put the Illini up by a dozen with under a minute.
That's that physicality that we're talking about that Illinois is bringing to the game today.
And that might have been the dagger. An air ball for Strickland out of bounds to Illinois. 41 and 6/10 left. And we might be going to the review board here. We'll go to the monitor to confirm.
Indiana having 14 turnovers is really, like you said, what changed the whole aspect of the game. And Illinois keeping it at 6 turnovers. And that's...
I'm sure Indiana, if it stays this way, is going to be looking at what they didn't do well. But I am more impressed with Illinois than I am disappointed from Indiana's perspective as to what they did. This is a team that has had to basically refine themselves after losing Makira Cook and also Gretchen Dolan. They've got other people like Shea Bolin who haven't been available this season, but Illinois is starting to get it together.
They came out and they knew exactly what to do. We talked to Shauna Green before the game, and she knew that they had to be a presence defensively. And it's hard not to see that. I mean, they came out with so much energy, and they've just kept it up the whole time. Even on offense, they're using those defensive stops that they've gotten early in the game and use them to use.
So they confirm the call. Illinois is going to keep it, and they'll take a timeout. 41 and 8/10 left here in Bloomington.
All right, trainees, let's say Glenn is a customer.
I'm a customer in this scenario.
What do we do?
Protect what's important to him.
And how do we do this?
We help with car, home,
Both.
RV coverage.
Great, apply coverages. Because you never know what life is going to surprise you with at 90 miles per hour.
Did Coach say 90?
Push him out there.
You've got this, Glenn.
Am I going to feel this? I felt that.
Is he okay?
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Oh, he's moving.
At Indiana now must foul to have any hope and pray that the best free throw shooting team in the Big Ten falters.
Especially with Bryant shooting the free throws right now. She
Three
has
on
missed
Shea
2
Chesky.
today.
Bryant hits to 13. When we talked with Shauna Green this morning about everything they've gone through, really never being healthy, she's really most proud of this team's resiliency. It's easy to feel sorry for yourself, but at some point, this is what we've been given. Let's see what we can do, and they're starting to do it.
Yeah, and that's a team right there that, like I talked about earlier, adjusting. They've had to adjust not only in the games that they play, but internally in their own team. And that's something very powerful, that those players are going to have a lot of experience off of this season itself moving forward.
Indiana uses their last timeout. We've talked about Makira Cook, the fifth-year player from Cincinnati, out for the rest of the season for health reasons. She hasn't played since early December, but she's still around the team. We watched the shoot-around today. Great energy, trying to do everything she can to just be supportive.
And that's what you have to do. You know, sometimes you're dealt this hand, and what can I do? You know, what can I do even from the bench? Can I encourage? Can I give some pointers? Because obviously she's a veteran player. I'm sure she's on the bench giving pointers out, encouraging, and giving that energy that Illinois has played with this whole game.
And Cook was so big against Indiana last year. She scored 46 points in the 2 games, which included their first win in over a decade. First time they'd ever beat Terry Morin's teams. And very close to going back-to-back. That win over Iowa. Shauna Green said gave them a lot of confidence, and this certainly on the road would do the same. Triple up top, won't go for Bargesser, rebounded by Illinois, and now it's just a matter of the final score. Let's see if Indiana elects to foul or lets this play out. Inside 20 seconds to go. Illinois' losses this season all have been to impressive teams The losses to 14th ranked Kentucky, at number 7 Ohio State, Washington and Minnesota, and here they get another big win. Illinois on the road has won in Bloomington, beating Indiana 68-54, and they win here in Bloomington for the first time since 2012. So after winning 17 in a row,